Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Double AK podcast. And today we're going to be talking about the new initiative that we started in the Freedom of Information CDS group. Welcome to the Average African Kid podcast. And it's your host, Toya Erasenar, today again with another special episode. Yeah, welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about a new initiative that we started. I talked about it a bit in the last episode. And if you have been tuned to the channel for a while right now, you know that I started youth service, National Youth Service, in Nigeria a few months ago, about in May. And I was posted to a secondary school. And what I found was that all the classrooms have blackboards. I mean, there's like one or two or three classrooms that have whiteboards in SS3. So those few classes have whiteboards, but everybody else uses blackboards. And about 2 weeks ago, I had a brush with a previous medical history I had. I had a brush with an asthma attack again because of the blackboards. I inhaled some chalk while I was teaching, and I was in the hospital I spent a night in the hospital and had to go back for a follow-up a few days later on. And that just struck me because one thing, I could simply just buy boards for my classes, my two classes, and get it over with. But I had been thinking about this thing, whiteboards, for a while before this, and I felt this leading in my heart, like that should be something I do. So what I really wanted to do was make it into like a personal CDS where I do this by myself, trying to get as many donations for whiteboards as I could. But then something else happened. I became the president of my CDS group. CDS means Community Development Service. So let me break it down to you. If you're in the youth service program, there are different CDS groups, meaning that each core member is assigned to a particular day of the week where they come over to the secretariat and they meet with a group. And that group's assignment is to go out into the community and make an impact, make a difference. So what we are tasked to do is to just go into the community and do something. So I am in the Freedom of Information CDS group, FOI, and our slogan is knowing is your right. So we're going to teach people their rights, that they have access to information that otherwise they would have not had access to if they didn't know they should have access to that information. But even with that, we decided to go a bit deeper in this thing, and I was like, why be a president and still run a personal CDS? It won't make any sense. So I was like, okay, what if I can take this issue that I wanted to do personally for just my own initiative, and what if it can become this overarching thing that we run with? And because we're so many, and then we're not so many, I mean, we're like less than 20, but because we're many, more than one, we as a unit can do this better. So basically, we took my idea of adding whiteboards to classrooms in Ekpa or wherever that is located, in Uye, in Wari, but we're starting with Uye local government area. So we took that initiative and we had deciding that we want to make it a theme. We want to get to the point where we are changing every single blackboard in every secondary school, government-owned secondary school in the state. I mean, we'll start with the local government area, obviously, because we're under a local government area right now. We're under the Uya local government area. But we want to take this further than that in Wari and everything else. But we want to start, of course, where we are, because that's where we're going to be soliciting for funds for now. So we're thinking, how do we get this done? We know we want to add whiteboards all over the state, or rather the local government in schools. How do we get access to the schools? Well, I was able to talk to the schools and they were very receptive. They're like, oh yeah, if you guys can get some boards and install them, we'd love to have that in our schools. First thing that's checked off the list. How do we get the money? A whiteboard costs about 15,000 naira to get, for one. So one whiteboard costs about 15,000 naira. Let me pull up my calculator right now And let's do the mathematics. 15,000 naira. Let's use a 503 as an exchange rate for now. That's about $30. And if you use a 550, about $27. A whiteboard costs about $30 to buy. Of course, that does not talk about installation. So how do we get people to donate 15,000 naira a pop to us? And that will end up having us install way over 20 whiteboards. That's kind of a lot of money, right? Like, will they entrust that kind of money to us? And then we started thinking, what if we don't ask them for the money? What if we ask them for the boards themselves? And what if we ask them, hey guys, just donate whiteboards to our cause and we will go and install them in the schools ourselves? Of course, we'll have follow-up videos and pictures, and we prepared this nice email to send out to everybody. So that's what we are doing right now, and that's the move, and that's the initiative. So we are right now taking on donations for whiteboards in the school systems in Delta State, starting with Uwe local government area, trying to change every whiteboard, every blackboard to a whiteboard in the school settings. So this is like an audacious task, an audacious project. If you want to support, you can reach out to me on Instagram at ITSEOBA and tell me how you would like to support, or you could email me on my email address, theaverageafricankid@gmail.com. You can reach me there, and then we can try and figure this out. I know this is something that we want to do locally because we can reach the companies and they can buy the boards and bring them to us. But if you're far away and you have some ideas, please let me know, and we can work with it that way. So that's what I'm doing right now. I never thought I'll be doing something this big. I thought it would just be something small. I just coast through my NYSC, teach my students, make an impact in their lives, and just disappear. But apparently, it's becoming something bigger, something more than just me, and something more than just what I would like to see happen in my own classroom. So that's where I am right now, and that's what I have been doing with myself and my time right now. Of course, I still work with other endeavors. I'll talk about some of those things in another episode because, hey, why share all of it in just one when you can split into smaller pieces and have everyone being in expectations for the different aspects? Does that make any sense? So that is basically what's happening, and that is what's happening in my life right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. I got a lot of love from you all. Many people asking me, hey, you haven't been posting as much. What's been happening? Where have you been? Well, I've just been, I honestly just got bogged down after I did some interviews, and I really was trying to find my feet on how to get back into the process. And it took me a while, but I'm getting back in. And I still want to go for more interviews because I have some really nice interviews with some really nice guests lined up for you guys. So that's all for me now, and take care. As always, it's Toya Racenar on the Average African Kid podcast. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay amazing. Talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.